I know he has his story about he should have got picked for the Olympics.
I beat him in my first fight, less than 12 months before he went to the Olympics. Well, obviously there was a gripe, I beat him.
It's not even relevant.
I guess I'm deluded, like.
The reality is, I went to the Olympics.
I just don't think it sits right with me.
I've got an idea. Why don't you? You take a picture of that and then Photoshop Sonny's face on it. It could have been. No, it's not you. It's Galal.
For most of us, fighting invites fear, but boxers are wired differently. They're a different breed, different DNA. In Sonny Edwards and Galal Yafai, a bloodline synonymous with success runs through their veins. Two families whose paths, whilst unique, diverge and intertwine to create a new road leading to one night.
When I get in the room with Galal, it's fireworks.
On November 30th, they meet to settle their brother's past.
I will put you to sleep.
A feud started by the eldest was settled by the youngest.
Just been brewing for so long, for years.
From amateur gold to professional glory.
Beating you right now will mean more than winning an Olympic gold.
I don't think that's crazy. An Olympic gold medal, all of that, just beating little old me. I don't even eat vegetables.
This is Bloodline.
Galal Yafai is out there. He says he's ready for that fight. Are you ready for that fight?
I've signed the fight. I beat Galal 2016 in the amateurs, and then his coach, who's still his coach today, picked him ahead of me for the GB setup. I mean, you know, boxing politics for me started all them years ago. So, Galal, whichever camera's the center, I'm ready.
Young Sonny. Is this young Sonny, yeah? Nice to meet you, young Sonny. Better looking than I was.
So the whole thing is about growing up in a fighting family, sort of learning from your brothers, or brother in your case, to become the best.
So you want me to say the whole line?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Faster.
You're gonna wrap the camera on my face, is that what I just heard? That sounds like a threat. What's it like growing up in a fighting family? I don't know, man. But it's all I knew. Yeah, I may have taken a few beatings, that's wrong. I can't consciously say that.
So what have you done? Taken a few licks?
Avoided a few beatings.
No, because you get to that. Like, but look, I got faster, slicker, and soon I couldn't be touched.
To be fair, it's true. First time I boxed, I cried. So
There you go.
let's go left.
I got slicker, soon I couldn't touch.
It's more than pride, it's blood, it's family. And family is everything. Paparazzi, man. Always trying to catch me getting in and out the gym. Well, it wasn't a fighting family until my brother started. And then I found my way shortly after, and yeah, that was the start. My brother set a high standard from young. He's 15, he's on Team GB. We was pitted against each other by my dad. Probably been the iron that sharpened each other for most parts. Training all the time, that's what mine and my brother's upbringing was like. Session after session after session, no days off, winning national titles on the Sunday, being in the gym, sparring on the Monday. There weren't nothing else. Me and Galal, kind of very similar, but we have boxed, probably why there's probably more respect and probably why it's a lot easier for us to get on. Let's face it, this fight was started off with our brothers, Charlie and Cal. You name a British fighter at flyweight superfly of the last 5-10 years worth talking about that's not an Edwards or Yafai from Britain. That's why I think it was a bit disappointing that my brother and Cal never fought.
In the lower weight divisions, you know, Sonny Edwards or Charlie Edwards and Gamal Cal and Galal Yafai. So it's been about Yafai and Edwards.
Cal and Gamal and Charlie were on a squad together, so they were alright with each other, I think, at the time.
I remember when I was a kid, when I just got on fresh on the GB squad.
With my brother and Cal, they had a friendship and it kind of turned into more like feeling of disrespect.
Got put in the ring with him and he bullied me, battered me.
For me personally, it's another fight. It doesn't mean much to me.
And that sat deep with me. It really pulled on my determination to get revenge on him.
I'm not a boy no more.
I don't really like him. Both of them.
So batter me then. You are nothing. Why am I going to give you that? Because you know what?
The way he went around it, you know, it was just rude.
I didn't fight Galal Yafai because he was simply a shithouse.
You are not. You know I want to play with you.
I think that's his personality, yeah.
We're in a competitive sport, real fights only. I begged for the fight.
I will fuck him up.
He don't want it, he never wanted it because he knew what was going to happen.
Just business.
Coward Cal.
On the way here, I got you a little present for old time's sake for my mate.
My big brother, you know. Shout out Charlie Edwards. My brother's a cracker, innit? I didn't even know about that.
At least Galal ain't the shit house.
So then when I see him now, I just think, oh, you don't even like your brother, really. You know what I mean?
Why is the Edwards name so big? And why is the Yafai's name so small? We get the boxing game. The problem is they don't.
To my little brother, Sonny Edwards, when you're ready to get the real big fight on, get on the phone, Eddie, give me a call. Edwards versus Edwards, let's go.
They don't like each other.
Show business, baby.
Well, I mean, as you can see on the screen right now, the younger brother got the 83 rating. Now, a lot of people might say that's because I helped more develop the game. That may be true, but me and Charlie actually just did a tutorial on the game. Me beating up Charlie is how you learn the game. The thing is though, what the difference is between people and me and my brother is from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, we have fought for free.
What was your initial reaction when Charlie called you out that time?
I'm being perfectly honest, yeah. My first response was like the timing of it. Straight afterwards, I just didn't announce that I'd signed. Do you know what I mean? I was kind of more just thinking about, right, you couldn't let me have my day. Imagine how embarrassed it's gonna be now if my brother beat me on.
But what would going easy on him do? It wouldn't prepare him correctly, would it?
Sonny got in contact with me. He told me that he was thinking about leaving Steel City, come up to train with me in my gym.
It's one of those things, man. 10 years at one space is a long time. Me and Grant Morden still get on. I can hold my head very high. I gave 10 years to the gym, and at one point I was Grant's only pro.
Ready to step back up and win another world title, and he's got that on his mind, and generally when he's got something on his mind, he gets it done.
I think as long as I can establish discipline with my feet, I think I can hurt him. I think I can definitely outbox him.
What they think they're going to do, they think they're going to wear Sonny down. He can dance all night, he can make someone fall short all night, he can frustrate them.
I think if I lose this fight, it's completely on my doing. I think it is there for me to win.
They didn't want this fight. Eddie pushed him into a corner. That's facts.
Now we had like a photo to get all of us.
Josh Kelly, Troy Williamson, Pete McGill, me, Luke, there's Sonny. That was 25th May 2016.
Cool. I'm shit, but I've just scraped it Olympic gold medal. I just scraped it. When I won all that, thank God I'm shit as well. Yeah. I lagged my way. No sugar.
Oh my God. Boxing, it's been everything. Ever since we were kids.
We used to fight with gloves on all the time, and because I was youngest, those beat me up.
7 out of 10.
Is that it?
Cal used to batter us all.
Yeah, but I wasn't that bad.
He didn't used to batter us, but
You know who was boss.
now when you're like 6 years old and Cal's 10, because there's like 4 years difference, it's a big gap. 6 and 10 is a big gap.
How old you are?
Yeah, kept
If you're gonna step in, if you're gonna come at the king, you best not miss. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I think it kind of helped me really, because when I started at 18, 19, for someone who just started boxing, I was giving them the hardest fights. It showed how good my potential was.
We had that relationship where we'd have an argument in the apartment. We'd nearly have a fight. and then 2 minutes later, he's like, you want to go out tonight? Yes.
Just more like Olympic gloves when I fought in the final with.
Nice.
Cal set the bar, then I reached it, then Galal just to another level with Olympic gold, obviously.
We knew we'd get to this stage. We both had to do our bit. I became Olympic champion, he became world champion. We were both on a trajectory to be fighting each other.
Yeah. See? No problem. Yeah.
When you fought, it's a mad thing now. You've got him.
I know.
For your winner by split decision, and still the WBC International Flyweight Champion, Galal Yafai.
He's not got a typical Mexican style. He's more of a boxer, mover. He moves around a lot, he's sharp. So yeah, it's good prep for what Sonny brings, I think.
Realistically, I've got more chance of knocking him out than he has of me. But anybody can be knocked out. And with them little gloves, everyone punches. So I've got to be careful and do things the right way.
It's what pro boxing is all about. You've got to take chances and opportunities. He's wanted to challenge himself and fight the better fighters. So, there's none better at the moment at flyweight in the world than Sonny Edwards. So, massive challenge and a brilliant opportunity.
I know he has a story about he should have got picked for the Olympics. The reality is I went to the Olympics and then I went to the Olympics again and won gold, so it doesn't matter to me. When I first started boxing, he was one of the first ones that beat me as an amateur, ABAs at the time. Just been brewing since then.
It was actually a close fight. I did think I won. Thought I lost 1 round and won 2. And that's what the scorecard said.
You know, it's not something that I'm that asked about, but I'll say, oh, he beat me on a split decision. I'll tell anyone.
I didn't expect him to be as good as he was. I was expecting to get in there and just beat him like I beat the kid the day before, and it was harder.
And competing against the best, Sonny was the best in the country.
I beat him less than 12 months before he went to the Olympics. The person that picked the person to go in front of me all those years ago is now still doing his corner, and they're still training at the same gym.
It's not even relevant, but
that was all paid for by lottery tickets and taxpayer money. I just don't think it sits right with me, but I'm just a boxer, so who cares what I think?
Good. Shoulders, little feints, feet, like, it's just in the past. Galal's Olympic champion, so you know the right person was selected, and so it's a moot point.
It's my box. Has my name on it.
Special treatment, no one else gets it.
I've got to be the best version of Galal Yafai. When he boxes, he's a bit more tricky on the back foot. I'll come forward and bring pressure, so yeah, it's a 2 contrasting styles. 1,000,000% I can knock him out. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but yeah.
A fair bit of time sparring. How many rounds have you done?
I would say definitely into the hundreds.
Serious?
Yeah, a couple of hundreds, I'd say.
I wouldn't say it's one-sided in anyone's part, but it was proper sparring.
Take shots here and there, but I never feel like I'm getting my ass handed to me ever. Like, maybe I'm just forgetting the shots that I'm taking. We need a judge, you know what I mean? We need a judge, and we'll have 3 of them on the 30th of November.
What would feel better, winning Olympic gold or beating Sonny Edwards?
I think beating Sonny will feel better now. It's just been brewing for so long, for years, so it would feel like almost like a relief, like I've done it.
How crazy is that? Who am I? I only won 50% of my last 2 fights. And an Olympic gold medal, all of that, just beating little old me. I can't even eat vegetables. He knows there'll be more people watching this than watching the Olympic final.
It shows that Sonny Edwards is a superstar, and he is a superstar.
2 fighters, 2 families, 2 names, a fight for the ultimate bragging rights, a fight to shut them up. Sonny Edwards, Galal Yafai. This is Bloodline.